basically Splash and Blue for Fathom Seer, Force of Will, other counter spells as like I think it may have a Daze or two, probably Spell Pierce usually in the list.
Why not? Is it running Stifle? That card seems like Stifle.
I'm not sure if it runs Stifle or not. Might be somewhere in the 75, but not sure if it's the main deck.
So it looks like Countryside Crusher is cast. While James got a land off his Dark Confidant. And Ether Vial throws in a Mother of Runes. Mother of Runes can give protection to a creature, protection of any color, to a creature that James controls, or John controls rather. John draws, and the interesting interaction with Ether Vial and Sarah Avenger. Ether Vial lets you play Sarah Avenger before the fourth turn of the game, right?
Yeah, so basically 2 turns before you can normally put it into play. Yeah, because you can't play it on your first, second, or third turn, right?
Right.
Another interesting interaction is Weathered Wayfarer and Fathom Seer. Because, you get to turn your Weathered Wayfarer back on when you return 2 land with Fathom Seer.
And you get good lands like Wasteland that John's getting here. Wasteland will be able to get rid of, one of James's good lands. Probably take the red-black one, cut him off of black. And get him off his second red source, so he's nowhere close to getting Seismic Assault.
Yeah.
Or even casting Devastating Dreams.
Yep.
Right here.
So I think that's his play this turn. I think he's gonna probably... He's thinking. I think the play is just play Wasteland, get the red-black source, and then use Ether Vial to cast Sarah Avenger instant speed. It looks like...
Well, Wasteland equals 2 counters on that Countryside Crusher. Got to remember that.
Sure.
The trigger for the +1/+1 counter?
So maybe he'll do it at a more opportune time. But perhaps now he wants to...
Still doing upkeep?
Did he Dark Confidant first?
I don't remember. I didn't see.
think this is in response to the Dark Confidant, because he's going to Dark Confidant up that Seismic Assault.
Right.
This is all while James Miller makes his...
I cycle. Oh, okay. Here we have one.
What did he get off? I think he just drew for turn.
Perfect turn? Yep.
I don't know that I don't remember seeing it. There could have been a Dark Confidant in there.
Totals? He used the confidence.
Yeah, he did Confidant first.
Life totals?
Guess let's draw that Daze out.
What are the life totals, good sir?
There we go. We got a Maelstrom Pulse on Aether Vial, threatening to get rid of both of them. John slipping through his hand, doesn't actually have a Daze. Or Force of Will.
He will be able to play a land before those Ether Vials go away.
That's kind of good. It's not bad.
Looks like he's going to play the Sarah Avenger
I like that.
turn before he's actually able to cast it.
Nice 3/3 Vigilance and Flying. Pretty good deal for 2 mana, right?
Yeah, unfortunately, can't cast on turn 2.
Or 3.
Yep.
You gotta be turn 4.
Or
1. How good would it be if it just said you can't cast on turns 2 or 3?
That'd be pretty good, especially in Legacy, or
You can just max out on Moxes, maybe? I don't know.
maybe Extended.
Here we got an Extended. People were playing an Extended. Just to be able to Chrome Mox it out.
I don't know if there's a white weenie deck that can support something like that.
Hey. Could be. With Stoneforge Mystic.
No block?
Sure. Looks like he's going to bash in there for 3, dropping James down to 16. And I think a second Sarah Avenger is going to come down. Maybe he plays neither Reliquary, gets up Plains, and then...
Someone has Knight of the Reliquary?
Knight of the White Orchid.
Oh, okay.
You can get a Plains. He can't use his Weather Wayfarer yet. But
It's bad.
we'll be able to get that free Tundra. Sure, and of course he's able to hold off the Countryside Crusher with Mother of Runes.
Right. It does not trample, so it's... So Confidant goes first. He takes 0 again.
Getting pretty good on these Confidant triggers. But he's going to draw an Eternal Witness. Eternal Witness could be played here and bring back the Maelstrom Pulse. Maybe he can get into a position where he can trick his opponent to use Mother of Runes early and then Maelstrom Pulse his guy. But I don't think that's going to happen. Instead, he's going to try to resolve a Tarmogoyf. Tarmogoyf looks like it's going to resolve.
Yeah, all these spells are going to resolve. Obviously, James doesn't know that, but I think John needs to resolve a Fathom Seer to try to draw himself out of this.
Life from the Loam, targeting Forgotten Cave, Tranquil Thicket, Widowhouse.
That's a gassy Life from the Loam.
Life from the Loam getting back a couple.
Yeah, two cycle land and a sack land. That's the perfect Life from the Loam. That's what you wanted to do in this deck.
Yep. This game is unfolding to be pretty interesting.
Yep.
And since James there played a land, John is able to use Weather Wayfarer to pull up a land of his choice. What do you think he gets here?
Wasteland? I don't know. Wasteland turns off the ability for James to cast Seismic Assault. Seismic Assault is going to be a problem. Seismic Assault resolves. Life from the Loam Seismic Assault is bad times. Or good times, depending on which side of the table you're on.
So you're saying he plays Wasteland and Wasteland's the Taiga here?
Yeah.
Okay. And then gets in for 3 with the Sarah Avenger and plays either another Sarah Avenger or a Fathom Seer. Probably a Sarah Avenger.
James definitely can race. It's better off racing because it really isn't much of a race because a lot of like John's creatures fly, James' creatures sit there and stare at Mother of Runes.
Yep. Looks like instead he's just going to play Fathom Seer Morph. And is now considering whether or not he wants to Gush or play that Wasteland and get rid of the red source.
And the interesting thing with like the new combat rules, John can double block with his creatures, wait for the blockers to be ordered, and then give the first blocker protection, and there won't be enough damage to destroy the second one.
So yeah, these new combat rules really make Mother of Runes much better.
Well, I mean, Mother of Runes is fine in both of those situations. Like in either way the rules work. But Mother of Runes doesn't get that much worse because of the new rules.
Miller takes 2 finally from his Bob.
Card for turn. Anything there now?
And then reveals no lands for the Countryside Crusher trigger. So he's been drawing all lands for quite a while.
Again, just one more player for Winnabout Standard.
I think he's considering whether or not he wants to draw that engineer or the Chalice of the Void or dredge Life from the Loam.
Yeah, I think it was just a mistake giving James the opportunity to get the 3 red mana on this turn.
I think he can respond now to this trigger and do it if he wants.
To which trigger?
To this.
Doesn't help because he could just tap it for mana right now. Anyway.
No, oh, sure.
Float the red.
Yeah. Then I agree with you.
Yes.
Because he knew he had the Seismic Assault. It was revealed to Countryside Crusher.
Right. So now Seismic Assault's going to hit play. Life from the Loam is in the graveyard. 2 cycle land are in James's hand. So this is going to be a disaster. Mother Runes is going to bite the dust. 2 land, Mother Runes gone. 4 more land, the team's gone.
Yeah, I probably would have used that Wasteland immediately to get rid of that Taiga, like you said last turn.
Seismic Assault?
Because, I mean, pretty much up to this point, John has had perfect information.
Right. Well, we're going to look for some counter magic in these 2 cards. Good luck. And we didn't get there. And John is looking at his life total. It's at a healthy 20, but not for long because white creatures are going to be disappearing and Countryside Crushers are going to be getting bigger.
I can't say I agree with Jonathan's play this last turn. I would have, instead of the Fathom Seer, played the Sarah Avenger